I'm not very happy about the Paul George Jaylen Brown trade. I first got the notification after waking up from a nap, and I handled it very maturely.
No! What the are we doing? No! What the are we doing? What the are we doing?
The Boston Celtics are trading Jaylen Brown to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for Paul George, 2 first-round picks in 2028 and 2031, and 2 second-round picks in 2028 and 2030. To first start off, Jaylen Brown is 28 years old, I think going into 29, and Paul George is 36.
Ball game.
And I mean, it's no question that none of these picks are going to revolve around Tatum's window to win a championship with the Boston Celtics. So the only question is, where do we go from here? Looking at an anonymous source with trade grades, the Philadelphia 76ers got an A+ for landing Jaylen Brown while moving off Paul George's contract, saying it's an outright steal. Meanwhile, the Boston Celtics got a D- grade with the title A Baffling Move for Boston on multiple levels. Baffling is the one word to describe this move for Boston, because I wouldn't say this is as bad as the Luka trade, but it's still questionable on so many levels because you basically just traded away your championship window for Paul George. The craziest part about all of this is that Jaylen Brown was having a career year with the Boston Celtics, averaging 28 points per game and 5 assists. He was literally carrying the Celtics to a top seed in the Eastern Conference without Tatum, who was dealing with the Achilles tear. Meanwhile, Paul George was getting suspended. He averaged 17 points per game and 3 assists on the season, so a lot worse than Jaylen Brown. Another very baffling thing about this move is just all the other moves going around in the association not really comparing to this Jaylen Brown trade. We just saw Walker Kessler get traded for, 5 picks, I think? That's insane. And you're telling me all we could get is 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks and podcast P.
Ball game.
Tie! Missed everything!
I don't know where the Celtics go from here. I mean, they were looking to have a pretty good offseason. They tried to get Giannis. They didn't. So they got Paul George instead as a consolation prize. We signed Mitchell Robinson. We signed Mike Conley. So it looked good from a perspective of Mike Conley kind of mentoring the young guys, and Mitchell Robinson finally being that big that we needed to rotate with Kata, because that's a pretty good center rotation. I mean, I think they both probably will get gassed pretty early, but it's a good rotation nonetheless. Losing Jaylen Brown, your finals MVP and MVP candidate for this season, for almost nothing is awful. I do think the Celtics will still contend. Well, compete is probably what I'll say now. I don't think they're going to really contend as much as the Knicks and even the Sixers now are going to, because it's all going to depend on how Tatum plays coming off of an Achilles tear and being, for the first time in his career, the full number 1 option. I trust Brad Stevens, not as much anymore, but I mean, he made incredible trades for Kristaps Porzingis, Drew Holiday. He has made fantastic moves in the past, so this one is just confusing to me. I don't understand it. I hope there's more to the Celtics offseason. Hopefully, we flip Paul George for someone else, but I highly doubt we will, and I think we're going to be keeping a 36-year-old forward who just doesn't have it anymore and is better off with a microphone and a camera in front of him. That's really all I have to say. That's all. I mean, we didn't get Giannis, so we got Paul George instead. And why didn't we get Giannis? Because we didn't want to trade Baylor Shireman. That's why. Baylor better be the next LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard type player. And Hugo Gonzalez better be Stephen Curry for this to be a legendary team. And to not make these trades and fumbles by Brad Stevens look bad. Final thoughts and one full summed up thing. I think it's insane that the 76ers, a known Boston Celtics rival for so many years, after giving us 3-1 comeback belt, they took our star player. I think that's insane. I think we definitely fumbled a good package. I'm surprised we couldn't even get VJ Edgecombe because we basically just gave up Jaylen Brown for a dump, basically. Like, I need to know what happened behind the scenes because there's no way Jaylen Brown is only worth an old player who's going to retire in probably 2 years and 4 picks, 2 being second-round picks and 2 first-round picks not being insane. I think one of them is from the Clippers, so that might actually be a good one, but still, it's not enough. It's just not enough. Congratulations to the Sixers. You guys are probably going to be up there now to contend in the East. I mean, the Celtics are still going to be a team to compete in games. I think they'll still be above the play-in, but I don't think they're going to be as dominant as they have been in the past. This will probably be one of the worst Celtics seasons in a while. But we did say that last year when Tatum got hurt and it was just Brown and friends. So maybe the vision is to see if Tatum could do the same thing, but it's just not worth it, man. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Yeah, I mean, I still love Paul George, but not for Jaylen Brown, dude. Not for Jaylen Brown.
Ball game. Yeah, go.